Hello. Hi. I'm Mrs. Amber. It's nice to meet you, and I'd like to introduce myself. I am a certified teacher, and I have been teaching for 17 years. I teach ages 5 all the way to 11 or 12 years old. And I've been teaching on OutSchool for over 5 years. So I'm excited to introduce some of the classes that I teach. I teach reading and writing and spelling and vocabulary, math too. So I hope you like some of the classes I'm about to share.
Okay, so here's my first class I wanted to talk about, which is reading comprehension and writing together for third, fourth, and fifth grade. So we do both reading and writing. Ooh, look, popular. Yay! There are so many sections. So you can come take a look at all of the different times. And don't forget to look at the reviews. Yay! Good reviews. Let me show you what the class will be like. In the class, students will get an organizer like this the day before class so they can print and write on it in the classroom. There's one like this. There's so many different kinds, and we will use them for reading and for writing. I will share my screen and we do this together as we discuss what we read and write. And so they get reading and writing comprehension together. Here is an example of what our stories might look like. There's nonfiction, right? So they might see a text that has nonfiction. I record right down here on the bottom, and they can follow along and write on their paper at home too. Afterwards, here's another one where we do our main characters. We talk about the setting, we talk about the conflict. So each week is different. And then the other part of our class, same day, we get to do a writing together. So we brainstorm different ideas and we can write on our papers, uh, and they will do a writing activity with me. So this is reading and writing done together. So I hope that that's something you might have your third, fourth, or fifth grader come and join a class with me.
This next class is reading and writing comprehension for first and second grade. All right, so here is the class that does reading comprehension, but they do for first and second grade. So 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, and even 9-year-olds can take this class for reading comprehension. And then there's one question that they write about. So in the class, they will receive a organizer that looks like this. Here's one example. And then at the very bottom, we have a question that goes along with the story that we read. So we read a passage, we read the story, it looks like this. And then when we're done, we go over the story with that page that they can print at home. So we read it together, we fill these out and answer them together in class, and then we go to the question and we answer the question together. So it's reading comprehension for first and second grade. Hopefully, your kiddo can join for one of those classes. Thanks. This class teaches new words, vocabulary, and how to use them in conversation and in sentences. All right, so here is the class description with vocabulary. And learning vocabulary will help your learner with reading comprehension, with writing, as well as having class discussions in English. And so this is that class that has different times. And let's take a look at what this class would include. First of all, your learner could join our class and would be able to have this document printed in the classroom. Within the class lesson, we will learn up to 4 words per class. And when we learn them, one of the things that we do focus on, of course, is the meaning, but we will also have notes that they can take because we have different activities in the classroom as well. So we will discuss one word at a time, and they will write their words here on this side as we discuss them. They'll record the meaning, they'll write down the meaning for each word, and then we will start doing different activities in the class to help them learn those higher level vocabulary words. So let's take a look at what that might be. Once they've joined our class, this would be the first page. We would review the 4 words that we'll be using and learning about. Here we would discuss how to use that activity page that they could print or just write on at home. We learn the definition, so we would get an opportunity to see this and discuss it out loud. And then following that, we would have pictures and sentences that would guide our discussion. We would also talk and take turns about showing some examples. So there are questions here on each page. I'll show more pictures to help them kind of get a better understanding of the word. I'll also talk about synonyms. Synonyms meaning words that mean the same as each of the words we're learning, as well as antonyms. So each page will have a different activity that will help them to understand the word. Now, once we get to the end, of course, they'll each take turns coming up with their own sentence of the word that we've used. And if time allows, we try to use those words in a discussion or all of the words to see if there's a way for them to find a way to use them within a whole sentence. So they get an organizer, they get a classroom discussion. They talk about antonyms, synonyms. We talk about what the word does not mean, so the opposites as well. So hopefully that will help you get a better idea of what to expect in our My Vocabulary class. My next class is essay writing using writing prompts. We write all the genres, opinion, creative writing, and more. My next class is writing, but with writing prompts. So students are given a question or a task, and they will use that to write an answer to. It might be opinion, it could be persuasive. Sometimes there's creative writing or narratives and expository. So if you take a look, here is one example that students will get in the classroom. Now this one is an example of an opinion writing. So we will go through all the different special words and clue words that we would use to make sure we're answering to the question. We'll organize our thoughts to the side and on their own paper at home, and then we'll create our own writing prompt, our writing response, making sure that we followed our checklist. So there are different ones each week. They're never repeated. Here's another example. This one would be more of a persuasive. They're trying to persuade the reader. The one here is a creative writing. So they would create a story and we would discuss it out loud and then come up with a writing plan that they can start in the class and then hopefully finish on their own after class as needed. I hope this helps you get an idea of this fun writing class. With 17 years of teaching experience, I hope your learner can come join one of my classes. Message me and I can answer any questions you have. Hope to see you later. Bye.